Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, it's part 4 of the Bolens HT snowplow snowblade project. We're really enjoying this project and we hope you're enjoying following along with it. Although it may have taken us a bit longer than we would have hoped. The next job is to make the brackets that hold the hydraulic cylinder onto the rest of the frame. We've got a couple of these 3/8 thick plates that we've cut down to the right size, and because the hydraulic cylinder is thicker than the box section is, both of them, the one on the top and the bottom, need to have a step in them. And to do that we need to fold the metal. The only folder we have is this manual one that bolts in the vise, but as you can see it's just bending the folder. So in the space of 5 minutes we made up this smaller one to go in the press. So let's test it. Our little bender did a good job there. As you can see, we've cleaned the 2 plates up and drilled holes in them. They're just labelled T and B for top and bottom. And they'll go on the frame, something like this. The reason that we put the holes in them is because going through that will be a 3/8 bolt, like this. Then we'll have a 3/4 bit of rod that goes between the two, with a hole drilled through it for this to go through. Then on the outside of the 3/4 rod will be the cylinder, and that will hold the cylinder in place. At the same time, we're going to make the rod that will hold the cylinder in place at the front, and also the pin to go through here, because they're all going to be made out of the same bit of material. The lathe did a good job of it. As you can see, we also put a taper on each end. Let me just quickly try and show you how what we've got so far goes together. So I'll go over that like so. This will go under here, and it will be like that. And then the cylinder will go over here. Since the last bit of video, we made up the final 2 pins. This one's quite easy. It's got 2 holes for split pins and then tapers on each end to make it easier to go on. And that's to hold the front of the cylinder on the swivel bracket. Then the front pin was a lot harder. You can see there's a hole through there for the roll pin. Then if I take the grease nipple out, threaded hole in there, and then it's hollowed out down to here, where you can see there's this small hole for the grease to come out to stop the metal wearing when the blade's swivelling. While we were at it, we also made up these washers to go on either side of the cylinder. But we've always struggled with cutting threads, especially a thread of this size. So let's show you what we did to do this. So here we are at the lathe now. This is a bit of 3/4 bar that we have. Obviously we've already done it, so we would have drilled a hole through it to the point we wanted. But as you can see, we've got our 1/4" UNF tap in the chuck there. And what we did was we making sure that the lathe gearbox was in neutral. We just pushed this in while turning the lathe chuck by hand until the thread started catching. And then we made the lathe stop so it could move on its own. And then we just moved the lathe chuck here, and doing it in the lathe made sure that everything was nice and straight. With all of the pins, these brackets and these washers made up, it's a good time to end. The next job is probably to weld these brackets on, but we're not going to do that today because after measuring Chris's one, we found out that with the actual bracket position, with how the cylinder is, the blade would tilt more one way than the other way. So we're going to wait to get our cylinder for when we weld our bracket on to make it equal tilt on both sides. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, comments welcome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video and see our other videos. More to follow as we do more on this tractor. Bye.